2022 is starting off to be quite a monetarily little challenging year. So today we're going to talk about how to make some extra income. Let's just start this right off with a story. When I was a single mom since 2008. That's how long I've been a single mom. And when I was a single mom, I had a single mom income, and I found myself really monetarily struggling. And struggling to the point where I would have my utilities turned off. I couldn't afford groceries. So I became very creative in how to supplement my income. And fast forward to today, 2022, I made a huge leap in my career this year, and I quit my corporate job and I started becoming a full-time social media influencer. While now I know it sounds really glamorous and everybody thinks like there's a ton of money, that we all make a ton of money, which, and that's the plan. But currently, right now, I am finding myself in a very limited budget. So it got me to thinking back to 2008 when I was, on the same budget. And I found myself having to look for, again, a second income, something to help me along the ways. And I thought I would share my ideas with you. So if you're out there, and again, like me, and you can use some extra money, hopefully you'll find something that will spark an interest in you and help you monetarily. The first one that I'm going to recommend that I actually use myself is Poshmark. Poshmark has actually turned out to be a really good source of income for me, and I have a lot of fun doing it. If you have a full-time job, because I did do this when I had a full-time job also, what I would recommend is starting your Poshmark and cleaning out your closet. Start with that. Ask friends and family to clean out their closets and share with you the items that they don't want. And then you can work your way up to thrifting on the weekends. Poshmark is a definite easy thing that you can do as a second source of income. I've done all sorts of YouTubes on how to start them, and I will tag that one right here. But first and foremost, I say look into something like either eBay, Poshmark, something along those lines. Flashing back to when I was a single mom, when my kids were younger and I didn't have any money, my electricity was being turned off. The second job I got was at a wedding venue, and I would literally work for $50 a day and free food. And even though it doesn't sound like much, it really got me through some hard times. So what I would suggest you doing is check out the wedding venues in your area. Now, I'm not saying you're going to work for food, but weddings typically happen on weekends. And they need people on weekends or evenings, or, weddings don't usually happen during business hours. So go to your local wedding venues, ask them if they need weekend help, evening help, and see what's available. So check out something like that. I went from working at a wedding venue to actually working for a wine tasting tour company. And I would get on a bus with like 20 people. I would tell them all about wine country and take them around. They would taste their wine, and they would tip me at the end of the day. It was a very lucrative way to be able to supplement my income on weekends. So I don't know where you're at, but where you're at, if there's any tourism at all, if there's any sort of like a destination, if there's anything like that, reach out to those companies and see if they need weekend help. It's amazing how many of them do. And it was a really fun hobby. I met a lot of great people. And again, like I said, it really helped me get through those hard times being a single mom and needing a second income. Now, the next one will require a small investment, but look into becoming a Notary Public in your area. A Notary Public is somebody who will verify signatures, and where you can actually make some money off of this is when you're signing like loan packages and things throughout the real estate industry. So what you do is you just, you apply through your state to get your notary license. You take a test, you get thumbprinted, they make sure that you have a clean record, you get your stamp, and you're in business. You are basically your own sole proprietor. Now, if you get your license and you're like, I'm a little shy, I don't want to just walk into escrow offices and be like, hey, I'll be your notary. What you can do is you can sign up with notary services in your area, and they will actually contact you with jobs. So look into being a local notary in your area, and I think that that's a good idea. Our next idea is if you're really handy, if you can fix anything and you're like, I just have all of this knowledge, look into being a handy person on the weekends. You have a skill set that not a whole lot of people have. Trust me, I can fix things around my house, but I am not a handy person. There's actually a website called TaskRabbit. And what you do is you go into that website and you put all your qualifications, and people can find you, and then they'll reach out to you for to get things repaired around their house. So again, I think that's a pretty cool thing. I'm not handy, but I would definitely hire somebody to come and fix things around my house. Along those lines, the next one is if you're a retired teacher and you are looking to supplement your income, or even like a teacher and you want a weekend job, but if you have a teaching credential, you can actually do online tutoring, which I think is really super cool. So research in your area. Again, you can do it online. You put in all your credentials, and then people will reach out to you for your specific set of skills that you have. And then that's a really good way, I think a really cool way to supplement your income. Become an online tutor. Another way to do it is you can start a blog. Now, blogs, to me, they seemed really outdated, but they really are not. I have a blog, and I will be the first to admit that I do not pay enough attention to my blog, and that is something that I have put into my habit forming better habits. Is I'm going to continue to write more in my blog. But your blog can turn into a really good source of income. You can monetize your blog very quickly. You can do a podcast through your blog. There's all sorts of ways that you can be creative by blogging. And if nothing else, you know what? You get to write, you get to do a little therapy through writing, and then you get a little income also. So check out blogging, and I think that's really cool. Along with blogging, let's just put it right out there, go into social media. I went into social media thinking long-term plan. I started my social media account because I wanted to supplement my income when I retired. And you know what? It happened a lot faster than I thought. I didn't give myself 10 years, I gave myself 2. But with constant content creating, you can build a platform that you can monetize. It doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter what niche you have, or niche, I never know how to pronounce that. Start a social media platform, and then that can get monetized, and then you have a second income there. If you already have a social media platform and you have followers, and I'm not saying you have to have 1 million followers, but if you have some followers, reach out to brands about being an affiliate partner. This is something that I'm just starting to get into, and it's actually really very cool, and I highly recommend this. I just got my Amazon affiliate partnership, and it's pretty amazing, and there's a whole lot to be that I'm going to be talking more about that. But I never even knew that existed until I saw a YouTube. So reach out to brands, ask them to be their affiliate partner. Just start exploring things like that, because this is where the whole marketing business is going. So don't stop yourself from doing this because you don't think your platform is big enough. Start it now. That way, as your platform grows, you already are in the system. You already know how things work. I highly, highly recommend you doing this. Now, if you're out there and you're like, you know what, I like social media, but I don't really want to get out there and start advertising. Another form of social media that you can get income off of is being a social media manager. You would be surprised How many people reached out to me when I was working in escrow and they're like, will you be my social media manager? And I'm like, I barely have time to do everything myself. I can't run your account while I'm running mine. And a social media manager is basically you do somebody's social media for them, like a realtor, like a lender, like a small business. And it is very, very highly in demand. So what I would suggest you doing is just Google social media manager and how to become one. And I think that this is a really exciting, cool way to make money. Again, running somebody else's social media platform. I tell you what, you want an inside scoop? Go to any real estate office and tell a realtor that you will do their social media for them, and I guarantee you're going to find business. Another form of income you can do is check Amazon in your area, because they have something called Amazon Flex, where you actually deliver packages for Amazon. And you set your own hours and you go and you deliver packages throughout those hours. Now it's becoming very popular. So like I said, check this out in your area, see if it's available, see if it works for you for your gas prices. But I think that that's a cool way on the weekends to make some extra money and you don't have somebody in your car, and check it out. I think it's pretty cool. And that's it. That's my list of recommendations. I'm doing some. I hope some of them work for you. If you have any recommendations for anybody, if you know of something that you think that would be helpful, please leave it in the comment. And you know what? It's a challenging time, but that doesn't mean that we can't rise to the challenge. And as always, if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button. If you'd like to stick around and see what I talk about next, you can hit subscribe. And I already asked you to leave a comment. Ooh, another way to make money is have merchandise. So here's my sweatshirt. If you want to buy one, the link is down below. And you can follow me on any of my social media content. And until next time, remember, please tell yourself something kind, and I'll see you then.